Hey, Conscious Habit listeners. My goal is to help support you on your journey of discovering how to live from your highest and most fulfilled self at home and at work. And in that vein, I have some thoughts I'd like to share with you today. So meditate on this. I was blown away when I was looking back on Meditate on This episodes and realized I've never done one on meditation myths. And holy cow, I could talk about this for so much more than just the quick 5 minutes here. I'm curious what your thoughts, opinions, and experience is with meditation. I want to break down some of the common myths that I've heard over time and help dispel what meditation is and what it isn't. Myth number 1, meditation is clearing your mind. Y'all, false. False, 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 false. I cannot scream it loud enough. There's been so many people I've talked to over the years who have said, I've tried it. I'm not very good at it. I know why they say that, but I always ask the question, tell me why you think you aren't very good at it. Well, I can't quiet my mind. The purpose of meditation isn't to sit still and have absolutely no thoughts in our mind. The purpose of meditation is to sit still and notice that we have thoughts in our mind. Because if our brain is running the show, it's creating a mess. We are believing every thought that we have. And honestly, most of our thoughts don't mean anything. They come from some place, some old hardwiring. It's not even necessarily true for this situation. Most of our thoughts are just old jumbled crap. And yet we listen to them a lot and we let them run the show a lot. And meditation is just a chance to sit down and notice those thoughts coming through and pull our attention back. So whether you are using breath work or mantra or you're doing visualization, it's really a practice of just noticing. Noticing, ooh, there's a thought, bring it back. There's a thought, bring it back. There's a thought, I hung on to the thought, I chased the thought, I was in the thought for the last 5 minutes, oh crap, bring it back. It's like taking your brain to the gym. What ultimately we're doing is we are creating space between our reaction and our response, the space between the thinking and the noticing. That space we create is awareness. And we can have small gaps of awareness or giant gaps of awareness. And awareness is the catalyst to higher consciousness. So busting myth number 1, that's probably the biggest myth of them all, is meditation is not clearing your mind. It is sitting and noticing. Number 2, I don't have time to meditate. A myth that we often tell ourselves, because the truth is, what I have learned for myself, I don't have time not to meditate. Because meditation not only makes me feel better, I feel like I am kind of guarded in a good way, like armored up to face the world and the demands that are in front of me, because I'm giving myself a chance to just sit in my being before I jump into the doing. And when I don't take the time to meditate, I make more mistakes. My brain is a little bit all over the place. I am less present in my conversations that I have. I am triggered more often. Little small things have power over me because I can be a small human sometimes. Okay, I'm going to admit it. And so honestly, I don't have time not to meditate. Myth number 3, it's boring. It may not actually be a myth. It may just be true, but good. Okay, good. You know what? Our brain is constantly barking at us to keep it busy. And we've created this idea, especially for my high achievers who are listening. We believe that busyness equates importance. And it's bullcrap. And then we're just chasing importance by the next thing. And we have this pace addiction. And we're, what's the next thing that is needed from me? And we're living our life from the outside, disconnected from within. And so boredom can be one of the most profound things we allow ourselves to experience in a world where we are being called in a million different directions with technology. Have the guts to be a little bored. Myth number 4. It's against my religion. Okay, I want to be careful here because I truly do honor everyone's thoughts and feelings and beliefs, specifically when it comes to their spiritual beliefs. But meditation does not have to be a spiritual practice. It can be, absolutely. Some people would say praying is talking to God and meditation is listening. So it certainly can be. I know that it's practiced in the Buddhist faith, but being Buddhist actually can be attached to any religion because it's more of a way of living than it is a way of believing what happens, beyond this lifetime. At its simplest form, meditation is a way of just honoring our body and sitting quietly and being able to regulate our nervous system, be able to quiet our mind. At its simplest form, that's what it can do for us. If you feel so called to wrap it into your spiritual belief system and amplify that, it can do incredible things, but it does not have to be of conflict. At the end of the day, here's what I've learned. There's lots of forms of meditation. Sometimes it's sitting down and closing our eyes. Sometimes it's just being more aware of what's around us. Sometimes it happens in running. But I do know this. The more time that we take to just simply be, the better we are for ourselves and the world at large.